Hello, and welcome to the Find Your Oasis Library. This library teaches you how to transform your chaos into clarity by finding your own unique inner oasis. If this video resonates with you, please give it a like, subscribe, and check out my website linked in the video caption to explore Oasis State offerings. Let's begin. Okay, my loves, I want to share this universal law. I think it is. I just sat down and decided that it's a law, so it is now. It's called nature arbors a vacuum, and this law plays out in the universe at all times. And it's basically the formula, I suppose, behind it is that where there is space, naturally something will come and fill that space. And that like I said, that plays out in nature, that plays out on a quantum level. I don't want to go fully deep into it, but this video is about how we can apply and understand the law that nature arbors a vacuum into our personal experience. And when we're in these seasons of change, in the unknown, and it's really, really scary when we're in those seasons where it feels like there's more endings and then there's like a big chunk and a void before the new beginnings come along. And that can be that's a really, really gritty part of the personal evolutionary journey and embodying change, etc. So if you're in that season right now and listening to this video, I am so proud of you for navigating this. I'm so proud of you for calling in the right tools and really wanting to be constructive with this time, because it is so scary. But we need to remember that nature arbors a vacuum. So if you're in this void where, like I said, there's a lot of endings and the new beginnings haven't really come yet, and you're just treading water in that void, like, what the fuck is going on? Remember that nature arbors a vacuum. So we need to create space in our lives for the new things to come along, and that space can feel really uncomfortable. So an example I want to share with you is a few years ago, I really wanted to buy a van. I loved surfing and going camping and adventures and everything, and I just wanted the lifestyle of having a van. And I spent 9 months trying to find a van and messaging people, and this would fall through, that would feel dodgy, and it was quite a frustrating process. Like, it's very enjoyable buying, having, like, what do you mean I have the opportunity to buy a van with my own money in the beautiful country I live in? Like, it's beautiful, but it was the biggest purchase I'd ever made at that point. It was really scary, it was really stressful, and I wanted it. You know what I mean? Like, I was getting impatient because I really, really wanted it. But simultaneously, as I'm trying to manifest my van and bring it into the reality, I'm putting a lot of energy into keeping my crappy car. It was like a sedan or something. I literally got it gifted to me from a friend, like a hand-me-down car for free. It was amazing, and it worked really well for a while, but we knew that it wasn't worth investing more money into to keep it on the road. And I knew I wanted a van anyway. So I'm simultaneously looking for a new van, but trying to keep my car on the road, this really crappy car that's breaking down like 200 meters away from my house. Like, I've driven a short distance and it's broken down. And it was very counterintuitive, the energies of like this expansive energy and calling something new in, but I'm putting so much energy to keeping this current and or old, outdated thing in my life. And it makes sense. We need cars to get around. It makes life easier. But I got this huge intuitive download one day, or like my guide spoke to me, or whoever was, I answered the call. Whoever was calling, I answered the call. I'm sitting in my car after a surf. It is pissing down rain and my car has broken again. And I got this like message of get rid of the car. And I'm there straight away, like, no, but I need it to get here and there and blah, blah, blah. But I realized at the time I did know about this law, nature arbors a vacuum. And I realized how counterintuitive my energy was. I'm there trying to call in a new van, and then the universe is telling me, you can't call in this new van while you currently have a car that is not working, that you're putting a lot of energy into. And sometimes you can, if you're reselling a car, you can have that car and get, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to get rid of everything in your life for the new things to come along. But this is an example of where I was holding on to something out of a sense of familiarity and safety and convenience. Cars are convenient, but when it got out of balance, that I was putting too much energy into keeping that car on the road, I got that intuitive hit to get rid of the car. And I did, and I thankfully lived in an area where friends could pick me up. I could walk and go and get my groceries if I needed. Like, it wasn't the end of the world if I didn't have a car, but I was so set on this sense of safety and convenience. And but all of these signs were coming to me that I needed to get rid of that car. So I sold it for scrap metal, and I don't need to go into the story into much more detail, but of course I got my van like 2.5 seconds after I got rid of the car. So where are you holding on to something in your life out of a sense of familiarity, convenience, and fear, and you're trying to call in something new? Like, as I'm saying this video, you'll know the thing. And it might be scary to be like, oh shit, I need to get rid of that thing, or I need to end that relationship. Or even it might be something in your internal world. I need to get rid of that limiting belief. I need to stop, beating myself up. I need to stop ignoring my nervous system, etc. It doesn't have to be things in our 3D reality, but nature arbors a vacuum. And where are you not being authentic with that law? Where are you holding on to something and then getting frustrated that the new thing won't come in? It needs space in your life, and it's scary. It's really, really scary. But say you want the beautiful, amazing, connection, soulmate connection, marriage, whatever, but you're in a relationship with a shitty guy that can't even text you back and, gaslights you when you want commitment, etc. He needs to go so you can create space, and you're not just sitting there waiting for old mate to come along. You're living your life and becoming the best version of yourself and loving yourself and dating yourself and whatever you need to do, and then soulmate will come along. But that fear of you being alone is stopping you from that soulmate coming along. So do you see where this law can be applied to a lot of things in your life? So nature arbors a vacuum, my love. Where do you need to create space? I know it might be scary, but when you get rid of that old thing, you realize energetically how many cords were tied to that and how much energy you were outsourcing to something that was not meant to be in your life anymore. So you've got this. I'm proud of you. Mwah.